G'day there, Guardians. So the faction rally has started, as you'd be well aware. In fact, it's been going for a few days now, and I thought I would just show you a little bit about the faction rally, what I've discovered, what other people have been talking about, and what you've probably learned for yourself along the way. As you know, it started by doing this quest line that we had to go see ARACH JALAAL in the tower, in the hangar. The faction vendors are present for the faction rally. They're only around for this week. It seems like it's going to be a 1 week per month event, and at the end of the event, the winning faction, after collecting the most tokens, the most packages, will present a reward. We get that reward, everyone gets that reward, and in this case, the reward for Dead Orbit is this Haunted Earth Scout Rifle. Now, at first I thought this was going to be a really useful, really good, probably the best of the rewards that were on offer. It looked like that just by looking at it, but without actually knowing any of the perks. And having looked at it now, the Scout itself doesn't actually look that great, so let's go and have a look at what Future War Cult have got. We had to visit them next in the Future War Cult room, obviously, just above where ARACH JALAAL stands. So you go into the hangar to see these guys. Heart of Time, is the name of the pulse rifle that is on offer. It's got the Firefly or Dragonfly perk, the old Firefly perk, steady rounds and tactical mag. It doesn't look too bad, this one, and I'm thinking that this is probably the best of the 3 weapons that are available in this event. The other thing to consider is that the Future War Cult weapons on offer on the whole from faction packages are probably the best weapons overall going in this faction rally event as well. So keep that in mind. New Monarchy, Executor HIDEO is over by underneath Hawthorne, where she stands on the opposite side of the tower. So we've got the same deal as we had in the old tower with Future War Cult and Dead Orbit in the hangar, and New Monarchy on the opposite side. And we've got the Interregnum Sidearm on offer this week from New Monarchy in terms of the reward, the faction rally reward. Doesn't look that great to me. It's a Suros sidearm with snapshot and high cal rounds. That's not too bad. And obviously being Suros, it has that rapid fire or pulse kind of burst fire sidearm. I didn't really like those. None of those really felt good to me when I was using them just in regular gameplay. But here we are going and pledging allegiance to Dead Orbit. I'm on my Hunter in this video. On my Titan, I pledged allegiance to the Future War Cult, and my Warlock is with New Monarchy. So I'm with all 3. And once we got that, we got a faction rally milestone. Now in this milestone, we had to go and destroy we had to destroy enemy supplies in lost sectors in the European Dead Zone. And what that involved was, I'll show you in a second, finding a lost sector and going and locating these enemy supplies. Now in the European Dead Zone, they were limited. Obviously you can go in and out of a lost sector as many times as you like. Once you go in, they're there, the enemy supplies are there, and I'll show you just here what they look like. There's one just hiding down there, and you can see me back away when I shoot it because they do explode. In fact, the first time someone shot one, I was close enough that I actually died. And you can see there I took a mountain of damage, but each time you destroy one of those, you get a faction rally token for your faction. So that is the quickest and easiest way of ranking up your faction. Is doing lost sectors, going in and out of the lost sector, and the best place to do this is on IO. Now, I found the lost sector in the top section of the Lost Oasis, or that lost sector down there at the Rupture. They are the best ones to go to. So I spawned in at the Lost Oasis and then went and had a look at this one. There are 6 in this particular one. In the European Dead Zone, there are only 2 or 3 in each of the lost sectors. So here we are heading into the Lost Oasis over to the lost sector. You can see just there's the lost sector marker, and this is the one over in the very top of the Lost Oasis on IO. called the Grove of Ulantan is where the lost sector is actually located. Now you'll not see in just a sec here where it switches over and lost sector comes up there. So this one is a great one where you can just run through the entire thing and pop all 6, and in this area you can see it flashing just up there on the top. So drop that guy and there's one there, and so on and so forth. So you can see it's quite easy to pick them up, and every time you do it you can get them. If you go to the one in the rupture down the bottom of the IO area, there are actually 4 in the very first area. You can then leave the lost sector and then come back and get the same 4. They respawn as soon as you leave the area and then go back into the lost sector. They respawn, so that's something to bear in mind as well if you're trying to farm for those faction packages. Now we get 1 milestone for the faction rally per day. So far we've had the European Dead Zone lost sector. Then yesterday we had the strikes. You had to complete 3 strikes to get the reputation bundle, and now today we have the lost sectors on Titan. So keep an eye out for those changes at reset and make sure you get those done, because obviously picking up those bundles you get quite a lot. I think I got about 11 on one when I did mine on yesterday. Yesterday I got 19 for completing the strike, in fact it was. So my 3rd strike. That was my reputation bundle reward. But another great method of farming these things is public events. So you can see here with these public events, I'm running a quick public event on IO. Every single time you see a public event, do it, because you get 8 of them at completion of the heroic version. I've tried to turn all of my public events heroic, and I've noticed that all of them have dropped 8 faction rally tokens when the public event has completed, just as you see right there. So the other thing to note is that at the moment while the faction rally is on, there are these other side public events that run where you'll see enemy supplies kind of available. 4 little public event markers will show up in a given area, and you can head over to those, capture those zones. Each zone that you capture you get 1 token, and then if you capture all 4 and kill the quartermaster, the kind of boss guy that spawns when you're capturing the 4th zone, then you will be rewarded with another 4 tokens. So keep an eye out for those public events. They are definitely a great way of farming as well. And finally, people have been looking for these Lootapalooza and Dance Party keys. Well, we know how to get them now. The Lootapalooza key is a random RNG drop from the raid. Once you complete the Leviathan raid, you can actually get the Lootapalooza key this week. It is a random drop, and you take it over to this panel here and pop it in. When you do that, it will spawn a public event in the tower. You have to find a chest. It does have a waypoint marker, so it's easy enough to find, but does involve a bit of parkour from time to time. And once you find that, you open that, that will give you the Dance Party key. Of course, there is a timer on finding the chest, the Lootapalooza chest, so you have to hurry. Once you've done that, you can get the Dance Party chest key, and you can use it in this terminal just behind ARACH JALAAL here, and that will spawn another public event, which is basically just anyone can actually open the chest, the reward chest. That's it for Faction Rallies, Guardians. I hope you get something out of this video. If you did, please give it the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hope you go well in Faction Rallies. Smash out those lost sectors, Guardians. I look forward to seeing your results and your comments in the box below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.